I want some of your brown sugar. I want some of your brown sugar.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. This is Brownsugar commentating. I'm your girl, Kayla. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more videos about black entertainment, black womanhood, and whatever the heck else I feel like talking about this week. Alright, let's get right into it. So, first things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. But also, I want to apologize to y'all. I have not done a video in about a week, I want to say. I took a little bit of a break because I wasn't feeling too well, both physically and mentally, to be honest. This time of year always be getting your girl. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, especially within the last 2 years, it be seasonal depression be hitting me hella hard, and I've been having an extra case of like imposter syndrome, and I feel like I've been going through what I like to call my quarter life crisis, which I might get into another video or my podcast that, you know, I've been working on to try to bring out to y'all. We'll see what it's giving, okay? But, and also, so because I've been going through all of these things, as I said before in a previous video, like if I'm not on my 100%, you know, feeling good, I don't want to make anything because it will definitely show in the quality of my content as well as my energy. And I want to be 100% on my A game for y'all, you feel me? And I'm on like, you know, I'm on 90 right now, but you know, I got to give y'all a little something, you know what I'm saying? I got to give y'all a little something, and you know, hopefully we'll be at 100% pretty soon. Like I said, the sun coming out, we sprung forward in the past week. Okay, the sun was out at 7 o'clock. Weather's starting to get a little bit better. My allergies gonna start acting up, but it's okay. We move, okay? We take our Zyrtec and we move. Anywho, let's get into today's topic, shall we? So, I want to talk about the new Disney Plus series, The Proud Family Louder and Prouder, which is a reboot of the early 2000s animated series, The Proud Family. And why I want to discuss it is because my most popular and most viewed video as it stands is my Colorism in The Proud Family video, which has about 10K views as of right now, which is super awesome, especially for a small YouTuber like myself. And shout out to everyone who has watched, liked it, commented, all the things. Y'all are truly awesome, and that's what keeps me going. And if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. Like, what are you doing? Check it out and come on back. But in that video, I talk about the colorism between the dark-skinned characters of the show, specifically with Miss Dijonnay as well as with Suga Mama. And I mentioned the reboot. You know, the reboot was announced at the time of that video, and I think it was supposed to come out last year, but you know, Miss Rona was still ramping through the streets like a Tomb Raider, so we had to wait another year, and you know, that was cool, whatever. But you know, my biggest concern was Dijonnay going to be portrayed a little bit better this time around? Because the issues that I had that I expressed in that video was, I don't care that Dijonnay has an unconventional name, or that, you know, she a little loud, she a little, you know, a little assertive, you know what I'm saying, a boss lady, or even the fact she a little chubby, because there are little black girls that are a little chubby that, you know, have unconventional names and that are assertive. Those things are not necessarily negative qualities, but the way the show made her look is compared to a character like a Penny, you know, she was literally the opposite of Penny in every way, including down to the clothing, honey. Like, you know what I'm saying? And for young dark-skinned black girls growing up, like I said, I'm sure a lot of people like Dijonnay, but I'm sure she was not a, like, you know, I don't feel like a lot of young dark-skinned girls wanted to be a Dijonnay. They wanted to be a Penny, because Penny was all the things, where Dijonnay was a lesser person, like, or she was viewed as lesser, at least the way that the show portrayed her. And it didn't have to be that way. And same thing with Suga Mama. Suga Mama, while had very positive qualities about her, there were still things that she was shown in a negative light, especially when you look at Trudy's parents. Like, Suga Mama was a constant unwanted presence for Oscar. Both of her sons are not really much of a success. You know, you got Oscar, a failed, struggling and entrepreneur, and Bobby, a man-child. Like I said, while like those characters are not necessarily bad, like I said, compared to Trudy, the successful veterinarian, and Trudy's sister, who's like an actress, it's a bad look. It's a bad look, is what I'm saying. And also, Suga Mama is chasing La Cienaga's granddaddy, Poppy, who constantly calls her ugly and a beast and all these negative things in Spanish, and the whole lore of it is, or the joke is, she doesn't understand what he's saying, but he doesn't want her either. So there are two dark-skinned women who are vying for men's affections and attentions, and they're not getting it. And so that was my biggest issue with the show. It said you look at these women and you look at the lighter skinned women in the show, and you have to wonder, is it on purpose? Now, in the years since, a lot of people brought to the attention to Bruce W. Smith, the show creator, that the colorism that exists. There's plenty of articles, videos, what have you about it. And even when character designs for the new reboot came out, which is what truly inspired me to make the video in the first place, Dijonnay didn't look any different. In fact, it kind of made her look worse, and I just feel like there's no way you guys don't see like how bad this looks. It's like I can excuse what y'all did in the early 2000s, fine, but like I said, there's so much videos and so much things about people talking about the colorism on this show and how Dijonnay is depicted, and you said, I don't care. And like I said, even when a girl challenged Bruce W. Smith on Twitter, he kind of just said, girl, bye, and kept it pushing. And so I was not too enthused about the reboot. In fact, I don't even really think I was going to watch the reboot because I'm not really into reboots like that. Like, reboots are always like a hit or miss for me because most of the time it's just nostalgia bait and it's just trying to capitalize on people's love for a certain popular TV show without being creative and making new shows. The only time that reboot truly works for me, at least, is when you kind of reimagine it in a sense, like how this new Bel-Air basically took the original story and reimagined it through this new genre. And I think it's excellent as far as what I see so far. I will be making a video about it because if y'all don't know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is one of my favorite shows of all time. And of course I gotta talk about it. But Peacock is like, has a horrible interface and is like a pain to use, but I will be getting through it eventually. Bear with me. But I think like reboots like that make sense. But when you literally just do the exact same thing you did the original, like what's the point? Just watch the original. Like, you know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, it's never going to be as iconic or special as the original was. Like, just leave it to where it was and make a new show. That's just what I believe. And like I said, because it seemed like they were going to make the show, Petty's still, you know, young. Like, I think in this show, she's even younger. And, you know, I guess it's like, I don't know, like a new universe. I'm not sure. But no, because it alludes to the original one of the episodes. So I don't even know. But it's only been 4 episodes so far, so I can't truly judge it. You know what I'm saying? And I was waiting for more episodes to come out for me to say something. So I feel like I just want to get my preliminary thoughts, and especially where Dijonnay and this new character, Maya, is concerned. So let's get into it, shall we? So Dijonnay is about the same. Honest to goodness, Dijonnay is about the same. I mean, as we all know, Sticky, aka Orlando Brown, could not return for the reboot because he was doing a lot on the internet. And I mean, you know, I'm not sure exactly what the state of Orlando Brown's mental state was when he was doing a lot of these videos. And I don't know what exactly was going on, but I do know he was wilding. I do. And Disney don't play about that stuff. And so because of that, he lost out on 2 bags, babes. He lost on the That's So Raven reboot and this one, which is tough. But I heard that he's getting his, like, you know, his health together, which more power to him because that could have really ended in a tragic way. And I would hate to see, you know, a child celebrity that grew up really enjoying and loving, you know, go through something so tragic, because we see that time and time again. But unfortunately, like I said, Disney don't care about that. So, of course, naturally, we had to, you know, do something with Sticky's character because no one can really replace Orlando Brown's voice. Like, it's going to be noticeable. And so they basically made Sticky move away. And then for that, they gave Michael, who was a pretty minor character in the original series, a more, you know, more prominent role, which I think is a good idea, especially because they made Michael be, you know, like androgynous and he's a queer character. And we need that in these younger kids shows as much as people think about the gay agenda, which I don't know what the hell that means. Because, I mean, it's more the straight agenda than anything else. And really, is that giving? Is it giving? Let's ask ourselves that. That's just what I think. More power to them. And I like what Michael adds to the dynamic of the friend group personally. But yeah, that's what I do like about the show. I do like that, that they did that, because queer kids do exist. So when it comes to Dijonnay, like I said, because Sticky's gone, what is Dijonnay gonna do now? Find a new man to chase. Because Sticky's house was bought by the new characters, Maya and KB's fathers. Which is cool, right? That's cool. But the thing about it is now Dijonnay is chasing KB. And KB is, you know, you guessed it, not interested. Not interested. And so I'm like, why? Why can't Dijonnay have a man? Why can't somebody like Miss Dijonnay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why can't Dijonnay just be in cool in her skin? Like, why y'all got her doing the same thing again? It's not funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? it's like y'all could have easily, and like I said, I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. Will KB change his mind, or is this gonna be a running gag throughout the series? You know, will she find somebody else? Will Duke make a reappearance? You know what I'm saying? Because I think, like I said, part of what I was annoying was because it makes it feel like dark-skinned girls are not desirable. And for once, I just would like to see Dijonnay like really desired. Like, she's not an ugly girl, you know what I mean? So I'm already not enthused about that. There hasn't really been enough Dijonnay-centered episodes so far, so it's not really much to judge on her. She seems okay. You know, she doesn't really seem like a bad friend to Penny. At least we haven't seen that yet. She hasn't really, the most we've seen is she's kind of like a gossip, but like she was a gossip in the original, and I mean, I guess that's okay. And in this version, it feels like her and Penny are not as close. Like I said, it's hard to tell 4 episodes in, but it feels like they emphasized them being like, yeah, they were in this friend group, but Dijonnay and Penny were the closest. And I feel like this time around, she's about as equally as close with everybody that she is with Dijonnay. I could be wrong, but that's just how it feels. And so, like I said, we'll see if she'll be a bad friend in the future episodes, or she'll just, you know, like I said, just be this background character. It's hard to tell. Now with this new Maya character, who is voiced by the wonderful Keke Palmer. Also, on a side note, KB, her brother, is voiced by A Boogie, which is very funny. But he does a good job. He's doing a very good job so far. I will say that. I do like KB for the most part. I like his vibe. Maya, as I said in the in that video, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Maya so far. Like I said, you know, she's supposed to be like this activist, conscious character. You know, she in her Huey Freeman bag, which is cool. Even though, you know, when you have an activist character, especially for a, you know, a dark-skinned female character, that could easily turn into angry black woman real quick, or angry black little woman for this, in this case, which we're not here to see. And I don't know, like, she just, so that's why I'm kind of like trying to see where exactly, how far the activist thing goes. I mean, she doesn't seem to be like the hugest fan of Penny. Like in the first episode, she wasn't really here for her. And I get it, she's new. Like, I get, you know, being new and not really, especially you're introverted, you're not really open to make friends. And Penny was being very pushy, trying to make Maya like her. But it's just like, I don't know. But like, it's just like, it doesn't see, like the show doesn't know if they want Maya to be a part of the friend group or not. Or is her and Lassie Aniga finna form like a frenemy group with Penny? Because that's what it's giving. It's giving very frenemy energy with her. Like, there's moments where Maya is soft to Penny, but then there's moments where Maya is like not here for Penny at all. And I find that to be interesting. And I also find it to be interesting that of all the people in the school that she could have linked up with was Lassie Aniga. Like that episode with the Kareem guy and Penny, like, and him having a thing and Lassie Aniga trying to ruin it and Maya kind of being her sidekick. I was like, of all the people you could have linked up with, it was Lassie Aniga for you? Like, your whole issue with not being Penny's friend in the first episode is because she was superficial. And you picked literally the most superficial person in the entire school probably to be your bestie. It doesn't make any sense for me. Also, it also doesn't make sense that they kind of pick and choose when she wants to get into this activist conscious bag. Like, she was not privy to the fact that the Makeup Boy, which is basically like a parody on, like, you know, makeup influencer, like a James Charles type, you know, character, and like how a lot of those young influencers are very exploitive towards younger children, and how, you know, like they'll make you pay this money for these, you know, pay money for like products that are not really good for you, or they'll be really shitty to you during meet and greets, like, you know what I'm saying? And you have to pay like $200, $300. Like, you know, and kind of the power of influencer culture. And she couldn't see that. Like, she couldn't see how exploitive Makeup Boy was being to everybody, but she didn't want to go to a basketball game because the WNBA don't get paid enough. You see how that doesn't make any sense at all. And then the biggest contradiction of them all is the fact that she's supposed to be, she reading things like Between the World and Me and The Fire Next Time, but her daddy is a white cop. And it's like, okay, you can't really help your daddy being white, but you're telling me your father is a cop and you're cool with that. And also, obviously, you can't help what profession your father's in. It seems not to be fazed by that, and I find that to be weird because, like I said, she in her Huey Freeman bag, like I even made a reference to the Boondocks in one of the scenes, and I just find it to be that she could be so woke and read books, like I said, The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin and Ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Me, which they made a big deal to bring that book up a lot in that one episode, which I found to be interesting. But you know what I'm saying? Like, have you read those books? I don't know too much about that. Like, your daddy is a cop. What? I just found it to be interesting that they did that. Like, why did y'all make the daddy a cop? Like, he could literally commit anything else in the world. Why a cop? That's just not... Like I said, I don't know if they're setting that up for a future episode, especially because they made a point to talk about Sunset, who's La Cienaga's mom, who was a cop in the original, is now a detective, and he's also a detective. So I don't know if that's going to play a part in a future episode. I know we get into our Black Lives Matter protest bag, even though I told y'all I'm not here for those plot lines because most times shows cannot handle it, and I'm not too confident on this either. But like I said, the problem has gone there, not necessarily with cops, but, you know, political-ish type things before. Like, even, like I said, with the making Michael more prominent character and having a main character with two dads is very political in today's climate, despite the world being more accepting than ever, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there are people who probably not even let their kids watch the show. I've seen people comment that on Twitter about they're not gonna let their kids watch because the whole two dads thing, and I'm just like, your kids could watch worse things. Like, come on. I'm pretty sure your kids are aware that gay people exist. Like, let's be honest. And maybe they'd be better people if they knew. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, overall, the show is okay. But like I said, I don't know if it is going to keep my interest enough for a series. It's obvious that I'm not the target demographic for this show. Like, it's not. Like, it's for the kids, right? And like I said, I'm not really jazzed about, like, the way the direction it's going so far. Like I said, the plots are easy to follow. There are some, like, you know, funny moments, but I don't know if, like I said, it's really keeping up to the caliber of the original. Like, it just, a lot of it feels forced. And I feel like they kind of up a lot of the antics on 10. And it's like trying really hard to be relevant, which I really don't like a lot. Like what a lot of Black shows do nowadays. Like I said, there's very few Black shows that really hit it the nail and it just comes off as authentic. And I know it's kind of hard, but like, stop getting y'all stuff from Twitter. Like, stop getting your ideas for y'all, like, for the dialogue. Stop it. Because it never comes off right. It always comes off weird. People do not talk like this. Especially the first episode where they try to, like, cram in 20 years worth of, like, Black slang into one episode. Like, it was just annoying in references. Like, please stop doing this. It never works. It never works. But yeah. Also, leave Joyce Rice's version of the theme song alone. Like, I get it. The original was iconic. It was, I mean, Destiny's Child and Solange, you know, at the same time, like, not too much on it. Not too much on it. Like, why would they bring the original back if it's supposed to be a reboot? Like, the whole, what makes that theme song so special is because, yes, it's Beyonce and Kelly and Michelle and Solange. But, like, it was when they were young. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were, you know, they were stars, but they weren't as huge as they are now. And that's what made it cool. Like, it was these, like, people, like, these celebrities, these singers you knew, but, like, they were new and up-and-coming on this new up-and-coming TV show. So why not give a new up-and-coming R&B artist that same thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I feel like it would have been dope also, though, because I like Joyce Rice. I like her music. I like everything. I think what she does is okay. It's not bad at all. But, you know, it would have been cool to see a Chloe and Halle or her. But I feel like y'all would have still had the same argument because y'all just be nasty to new artists and y'all wonder why. But they had the nerve to talk about stuff is dead. Like, please, get out my face. But yeah, like, y'all gotta stop being nasty to Joyce Rice about that. Like, please. Please. Listen to her music, it's good. But yeah, that's like, I don't get it. But, you know, like I said, sometimes you gotta realize sometimes, like I said, these new reboots are not for you. Like, a lot of people don't like Teen Titans Go. I don't mind Teen Titans Go because I know it's for the kids. I know it's for the kids. But I enjoy it. I'm sorry. Like, and I like the original Teen Titans too, but I like Teen Titans. I even went to go see that movie, Quiet as a Kept. That my guilty pleasure show. I like it. But like I said, when you separate it from the original and you see it for what it is, it's cool. Like, Cartoon Network be playing it 24/7 the way they are? No. But it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. But yeah, like I said, those are pretty much all my thoughts on the Proud Family. Like I said, we'll see. I might watch the rest of the season. We'll see what it's giving. But I probably won't. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because like I said, it's just not really that interesting. Like, it's not doing anything different than the original, and I feel like what they're doing is not as iconic. And like I said, maybe because I'm too old and the nostalgia just got me in a chokehold. I'm not sure. But y'all let me know everything about the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. Are you watching? What do you think so far? What are your favorite episodes? You know, what could they do differently? Is, you know what I'm saying, like, is it living up to the original? You know, I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all watching. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll definitely see y'all in my next video. Peace out, y'all.